Hello there and welcome back. Today we have a clash between two powerhouses, Thor, the Norse god of thunder and strength, and Martian Manhunter. I'm just gonna get straight into this. Intelligence. I believe I know Thor is well over 1,000 years old, but he doesn't have much in the way of intelligence. John Jones, from what I understand, is kind of around. I think 100. I think his IQ is around 180 or 190, something ridiculous like that. So I give him the intelligence edge. Tactics. Knowing Thor is primarily a warrior, right? Martian Manhunter not so much. I'd probably give Thor tactics and fighting to Thor, no question. Now, if we come to strength. So, with this one, it's a bit difficult because Thor. Some people believe. Now, this all depends on who we're scaling to, and in this case, it's Superman, of course. Martian Manhunter's strength easily rivals that of Superman, so does Thor's. Now, Thor can have its. He's classed at, Thor is listed at class 100-ton plus, if I'm not mistaken. So 100-ton plus. Martian Manhunter, same thing. So it really comes down to, what's more of a, I would say, definitive edge, right? Godhood, or simply being able to, I guess, manipulate the density of your body to increase your strength, because that's one of the things that Martian Manhunter can do. I'm gonna give a slight strength edge to Thor, but I'll give a speed edge to Martian Manhunter, simply for the fact that I think he can match speed with Superman, who I would say is faster than Thor, at least in flight speed, which. And not to mention, he can also run faster too. So there's that. Durability. Godhood. Yes, I know Martian Manhunter is really durable, but again, when you're comparing a god to an alien, it's kind of like comparing apples and oranges, in my opinion. Healing. Now, this one's actually kind of interesting because Thor does have a regenerative healing factor, but from what I understand, he cannot regenerate limbs. Now, if we go to Martian Manhunter, it does, however, state that he can regenerate severed limbs. Technically, based on what I can see, healing does actually go to Martian Manhunter. Invulnerability, Asgardian armor, plus of course armor plus, him being a god does help. Martian Manhunter, yes, he is durable, yes, he is resistant to guns and high caliber ammunition, but again, when you think about it, Thor's weakness for the most part, some people say it's high level telepathy. Apparently, he's been mind blasted before by some people, but it now states that Thor's ability to resist the mental influence of powerful beings. So, with John Jones, his weakness is fire. Right? Once he's exposed to fire, he's significantly weaker. So in terms of overall vulnerability, I'll have to give that to Thor. Energy projection. This one's actually very tough because yes, Thor can use his hammer to summon lightning storms, of course, to manipulate the elements and all that. But Martian Manhunter is more or less Superman. Superman, but with more abilities. Or a telepathic version of Superman, however you'd like to look at it. So, let's see. He's got telekinesis. He got heat vision. Martian vision, which is cool, I guess. Invisibility, so I guess intangibility would go under that too. Shape shifting, size alteration, Of course, the various kinds of visions that Kryptonians have. Astral projection, mind control, telepathic assault, organic construct creation. That's new. Biofission, adaptation. Yeah, I would say in terms of energy projection, I'd actually give it to Thor, but for versatility, I'd give it to Martian Manhunter by far. Now, all important X Factor. When it comes down to the X Factor, in this fight, it simply comes down to what do I think? Do I think Martian Manhunter can put on such a telepathic hurt on Thor that it'd be able to defeat him? And a lot of people seem to think that is the case. When I went to the Comic Vine for this fight, the most commonly used reason as to why Martian Manhunter would win is because, well, he's around Thor's strength, he's around his speed, he can regenerate limbs, he's got a vastly advanced, of course from a vastly advanced healing factor, nothing can really hurt him. Not to mention he can, of course, manipulate the density and whatnot, but it's the fact that Thor has had a history of getting his butt kicked by telepaths. Of course, I just listed that he has telepathic immunity. But this is, again, a threat from I don't know when. But what I do know is that it is recent. Because, actually, you know what? I think it was from, 3 or 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't necessarily remember. But I recently looked it up. And I think if... You know what? I'm going to give a slight edge to Thor because he's got the Odin Force. Once he awakens that Odin Force, this fight is done. I would give it to Martian Manhunter, but based on the fact that Thor does have telepathic immunity, I don't think... do I think John's a powerful enough telepath to hurt him? He could, but we don't know definitively. And I don't think out of all the telepathic ability... I think out of all the telepaths in DC, I don't even think Martian Manhunter is the most powerful. So I'm not really sure where that ranks up, with Marvel's telepaths. So I will simply say that I would say the Odin Force is probably the definitive X Factor in this fight. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And please, if you'd like, subscribe, like, and share. Do as you will. I greatly appreciate it. And stay tuned for the final fights, and have a good day.